Welcome to your global economic news update for January 16, 2026. Here are the most important economic developments from the past 24 hours, shaping markets, policy decisions, and the global outlook. IMF global economy shows resilience. The International Monetary Fund says the global economy continues to show resilience despite geopolitical tensions and trade disruptions. Growth is expected to remain steady in 2026. Supported by strong consumer demand and easing inflation in several regions. World Bank warns of slower growth ahead. The World Bank projects that global economic growth will slow slightly in 2026 before stabilizing. High interest rates, elevated debt levels, and geopolitical uncertainty are cited as key risks to long-term stability. United Nations sees growth cooling in 2026. The United Nations forecasts global growth of around 2.7% in 2026, down from previous years. Trade fragmentation and political uncertainty are expected to weigh on investment and productivity worldwide. Economists caution on debt and asset prices. Leading economists warn that rising government debt and high asset valuations could pose risks if economic conditions worsen. While markets remain strong, analysts say vulnerabilities are building beneath the surface. Signs of recovery in European economies. Several European economies are showing early signs of recovery, with improving industrial activity and stabilizing inflation. However, unemployment remains elevated in parts of the region, and growth remains uneven. Central banks signal cautious policy path. Central banks globally continue to signal a cautious approach to monetary policy. While inflation pressures have eased, policymakers stress that interest rate decisions will remain data-driven. Emerging markets face mixed outlook. Emerging markets show mixed conditions, with some benefiting from easing financial pressure while others face currency volatility, debt servicing costs, and weaker global demand. In summary, the global economy remains resilient but faces growing risks from debt, geopolitics, and slowing growth. Policymakers and investors are watching closely. For more global economic updates and daily news briefings, subscribe to the channel and stay informed.